geared up for
Hi
the
friends,
July
and you
version
are
of
my
the
friends.
Great American Bash
What
Tour,
is up?
right?
Just wanted to say hello. I'm
And
Sir Max Vlog. It is currently 10:03
Dusty in
p.m. I am going to
1988
bed,
had
and I
gotten
will
the
see you guys
business
in the
back
morning. Good
case of
night.
cash handed to him and said, "See you later,"
Is it
and
ready?
never
Oh,
declared it
one's
to
ready.
begin with. So he was making some fucking money.
Set up.
And
It's really
I
good,
have no
actually.
reason.
Okay.
Well, that's true.
One done.
Maybe come to think of it, Terry might have called an audible. But
3,
anyway,
4, 5.
you see, it was like
The rest of these.
right? That's what we came back to. You had
And then there's going to be more also put together.
And especially on a big show.
So,
We fly into Atlanta for TV on Crockett's plane. We would all 5 get a mid-sized rental car and pile in just to go to TV and back, save, having to ride in a cab, and we could go where we wanted and everything and save money. And I'd had pizza in their hotel room, and my wife at the time was friends with their nanny because they had kids, and when they'd go on the road, they left a nanny with them. I said, well, wait a minute, I didn't agree to a goddamn loser leave town and break up my family. Because once again, here's what you had people that had sold out in the wrestling business for several generations, all under one roof, and they couldn't figure out how to get lunch. So it wasn't it was the sum of the parts, not the parts. A lot of the parts were great in other parts.
Fix the pick.
It just none of it worked.
And then
And it was just such a fuck up.
Put some more together.
And after Flair quit as Booker, we talked about this on Problems, was when we had to sit with the outside committee, which was every fucking body else, and listen to Jim Herd drone on and argue about shit incessantly. So the booking meetings with everybody accomplished nothing, and then me and Rick and Kevin would do whatever in the car. That's probably why that was the most successful booking run for the first 5 or 6 years, because every other time it was committees, and they were expected to do shit in the office. Or it was Ole, who pretty much... quick. So they figured, okay, but the problem was, even they did do 10,000 people, and 8,900 were paid. And I do not have the house, but we got a $400 payoff that night, and then later on they gave us $2,000 on the pay-per-view, but which was all against our contract anyways. It was all that we were getting to begin with, but just, at least there was some interest, but it wasn't like seeing Ric Flair come back from a near career-ending injury and kick shit out of till then,
Yeah,
what
so
they had finally Herd had wanted to get that belt off of Flair and get it on to anybody at that point, but definitely Sting. And they were thinking they were going to, now with Ole as Booker, bring in some new blood, Ole, which is when Ole started bringing in those guys that were greener than pepper trees, right?
Okay.
But what they had done, once again, to the backbone of the business, continuing the Baltimore Bash,
and then I officially start classes Wednesday, so
a halfway decent house.
Probably won't be vlogging much the rest of this week, but I will try my best.
Day when we go back to Roanoke, Virginia,
but the way it works out, I only have like 2 classes this semester, which is stupid, but whatever. Which Monday and Wednesday,
they just basically pay you a couple or $300 in those days. WCW to pay for your road expenses to go and have these matches.
As I was saying, actually found a snap from a year ago today, so I'm going to insert that down and I'll talk to you guys after. But before I show you this clip, keep in mind I was 3 days post-surgery because I had my gallbladder removed less than a year ago.
This show was snake bit.
Oh, and I got all my rings back on too. 3 days post-surgery. I had my surgery Wednesday. It's currently Saturday. But I actually feel pretty good, considering I did have a body part removed. I'm still pretty damn sleepy though, but like that's the easiest way to heal apparently, is sleeping a lot and getting high liquid through me and stuff. So that's what I've been trying to do. And quote, doing what I'm supposed to do. So yeah. This is what I feel like doing right now. Gotta go
actually, the
clean.
boys July 26th do $29,000. Match against the Steiners.
I'm gonna go
Richmond,
tomorrow
Virginia.
after my orientation.
Let's see, Richmond in 1986 did $115,000 sellout, and 87 did $125,000, and 88 did $109,000.
They have like this strange.
And actually did $140 for the show that followed it up that year. In 89, they didn't run one, I don't believe, or if we did, I don't know what it did.
Like there's like a darker
and they
one.
came back
like
on Friday, July 27th. They ran
like
Richmond, Virginia at the Coliseum. We wrestled the Steiners.
And then there's the orange.
Also on that card,
like
Ric Flair, all the top fucking names. Nobody was there. They weren't featured on the TV tab the last 3 weeks in a row, so every week I would just get up and drive to fucking Gainesville, Georgia, and do the Louisville Slugger, where I do a 30-second intro and then interview somebody else about fucking their upcoming shit. And then I would literally get in my fucking car and come back home. So it was a 420-mile round trip to do a 3-minute fucking pre-tape. And people wondered why I hated the fucking thing. But at least the Midnight were off TV, so they couldn't beat us anymore. So that was the best part about that period. But it was just, once again, and that's when Ole had done, I want to give you the, and Tuesday, July 31st, and Wednesday, August 1st, were off for myself and the Midnight Express, and apparently everybody else, because they didn't start running shows until the 2nd of August, where they were in Columbia, South Carolina, and then back.
Jim, this question for the late night drive-through comes from Chris in the Australia territory.
Here, so
what's up with Vince McMahon?
Wrestling is to make people believe something is real, that is
Hi.
where
Good night.